Welcome to In the City with Crystal, a show that features some of the area's best music, arts, and entertainment. I'm your host, Crystal Goodwin, and today we have our fabulous guest, Loretta Burnette. She is a singer, songwriter, and actress, and we're so glad to have her. Welcome, Loretta. Hello, dear.
Hi,
How are you?
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you.
We're going to get right into finding out all your business and what you do. And
okay.
I know you grew. Tell me about your life growing up, and where did you grow up at? I know it was a tough.
Oh, yeah. I grew up in a very tough neighborhood. A lot of the people in this area probably don't know of it, but it's called Creighton Court, and it was in the heart of the city, Church Hill, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. And it was very tough growing up there, but it taught me a lot. I loved growing up there. I don't think I would change it for anything, because it taught me a lot about life and survival and wanting and experiencing. So
to get out and
yes,
do better.
Exactly.
Now, that gift, that lovely gift of your voice, how old were you when you realized, and like your mom realized that, ooh, that girl can sing?
I think for as long as I can remember, but I think for my recollection as far as age would probably be about 8 or so, and I've always just sang around the house. We grew up in a very musical household. You know, my mom played music a lot, and I think where I grew up was music made us happy. So we played music, I'd sing into her fan in the window and listen to the different sounds that my voice could make. And I'd say as early as 8 that I can remember, but probably came out the womb singing.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. And now you write your own music.
I have. I wouldn't consider myself a writer, but I have written some music, and I'm working on. Yes, I do have some published things out there, and I'm working on some new music. I notice that it grows and changes as I grow and change and experience life or whatever. But yeah, I've written some songs. I've got some songs out there. So yeah.
We can't wait to hear. Now, have you had any professional training? Now, I know you've got the gift, but have you had training to help you cultivate it?
I've seeked out some professional training once I knew that I was serious about singing or whatever. I went to a lady in my hometown. I looked her up in the newspaper, and I went to her to start my lessons and all. And she was very sweet, very generous. She could have taken my money, but she said, you know, she took the first time out, you know, the money for the payment or whatever. But she said it was not much she could teach me that she teach her students. She said I had a natural ability. I had my vibrato, and she said the only thing she would tell me is use different techniques for breathing, and so I started doing that. And she gave me a little diaphragm, and and holding certain notes, and then I experienced things on my own. But then school and choir or whatever. So
and church,
and just trial and error. Exactly.
Now, do you play any instruments as well? Do you play any?
I wish. I have dabbled with the keys, dabbled with the guitar. I own a guitar. I own a keyboard. I've played around on some of my drummers' drums, but as far as perfecting anything, no, I haven't. But I would love to learn the keys. So I'm working on that on my own, you know, by my ear or whatever. But yeah,
go on, work it in there. Working at Alicia Keys and Anita Baker vibe in there too. Okay, now tell me, who have you opened for? Have you opened for any like big name artists?
Well, I wouldn't say specifically written out to open for them, but I end up gracing the stage before Gary Jenkins down in Nashville of Silk. And he came on after me or whatever, but I didn't open for his show because there were a lot of entertainers there, and I was just blessed enough to open, you know, before him. Trying to think. I've graced the stage before Ray Goodman and Brown down in Las Vegas. And so I sang before them, but I didn't open for them, but I did sing before them.
Well, no, that's not opening. You were a part of the lineup.
Yes,
that's what that means.
Stage.
If you sang before them, you was just a part of the lineup.
Right. And that was very wonderful.
Have ever been on tour? Have you toured yet?
I have not yet. I look forward to some point, and I say yes because I'm gonna claim it that I will for somebody, if not for myself, somebody. You know, I did audition for a Japan tour that a lot of the Vegas singers were doing or whatever, but some things happened with that. I didn't get to do that. But no, not as of yet, but look for it in the future.
Well, you're going to have your own tour, and you're going to have someone who is going to open for you. Yes, they're going to open for you.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. We're going to we need to hear some of her music.
Okay.
So you guys can see what we are raving about, because she is fabulous, fantastic. And me and her are going to sit here and talk a little bit until, so y'all enjoy it until we come back.
Yeah.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Hey, thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
Hi, and welcome back to In the City with Crystal. I am your host, Crystal Goodwin, and we have the fabulous Renaissance woman, Loretta Burnette, here. And I know you enjoyed that clip with that music. It was fabulous. Now, we're going to get into your acting.
Yes.
True Renaissance woman. You're doing it all, honey. So when did you decide to add acting to your accomplishments?
Probably at the same time with the singing. As long as I can remember, I was putting on little shows around my house, getting my siblings involved, my friends involved, pulling out stuff, dressing up, and then of course when school came along, it was like heaven for me to be able to perform and get into a little modern dance, some modeling, and things in my neighborhood and stuff where I would have to perform it all. So as long as I can remember with that as well.
Just having fun. So you just like, hey, I need to do this too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now I want to know, is your acting credits mainly, or is it like the screen, like with movies, or have you done stage plays? Can you tell me about it?
I've done it all. I've done a few plays. I actually prefer film. I think because I started doing film first. But I've done a play called I Deserve Better, a Ron Winston production. Confessions of a First Lady, a Sister JJ, trying to remember things. I've got my little notes with me.
Okay.
And then a Karen Gordon, Karen Playwright Gordon, they're all on Facebook as well.
Oh, okay.
No Ordinary Love. And with hers, I just sang for the play.
Okay.
But
So
the
you
other
were like
ones
the
I've
singer.
done.
Okay.
Exactly. But the other ones I've sang or just did some acting in it. I try to take small roles when it comes down to plays, because with plays you have a lot of rehearsals and stage time, stage left, stage right, upstage, you know, and it requires a lot. And not that the acting doesn't as well with film, but then with film you have cameras all around you and you don't have to worry about where you are, they follow you.
Right.
So I just personally prefer film, but yeah, I've done
because you
TV.
can knock it out quick, whereas like a play,
Yeah,
you rehearsals
dress rehearsal,
months,
everything.
yeah, maybe a month or so.
Yeah, before you
whereas
actually
can-
put it on, yeah. But I do love the immediate response that you get and reaction from people with the plays. You get that right away. If they
Yeah.
love you, they tell you right then and there,
Right.
you know. And if you bomb, they'll probably tell you that too. But I do like that part of it a lot, and it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah,
So it helps with the film as well.
In the audience, do you draw your energy from them? I mean,
With the acting, I draw my energy from the other actors and the study that I put into, you know, building that character or whatever. And I draw from things that I see on a daily. I'm constantly observing people and watching what they do, you know, how they
You're
react
people
to certain-
watcher.
Yeah, because I learned from that. And, you
Yeah.
know, I had a great teacher, may she rest in peace, Miss Quaylee Leopard, that helped me with a lot of that. She said, everything you do, just observe people, you know, and watch their reactions and all.
to
So,
things. Yeah. And like some of the plays you've done, can you tell me like where? Have you been on tour with any plays?
no,
or-
I was offered a tour with one play, but at that time I was filming Water's
okay.
Not Enough. That's it's
okay.
on Amazon Prime and all right now. But I was filming, so I wasn't able to do that. I couldn't take on the role that they wanted me to do. But the plays that I've done have been in Virginia at a place called the Henrico Theater. In fact, all of them were at the Henrico Theater.
Yeah.
Except for the plays during high school and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
because that's kind of like a historic
it's
theater.
very historic. They've renovated it. It's very nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Okay, now you need to tell me about some of your acting projects. Come on now. I know you got a lot of them, so run it down and share with the folks.
I brought notes because I'm always forgetting stuff, because I have to refer back to my resume sometimes for some things, but things that are most recent, I would say a lot of TV One, investigational discovery.
Now, tell me about it now. Stop. TV One, what did you do on TV One?
TV One, For My Man, For My Woman.
Now what was the character? What did you do on
Well,
TV
I've
One?
got one coming up that I can't really talk about, where I have a feature. I mean, you'll see a lot of me. It's a really great story. I mean, it's a true story. That's what they are. They're reenactments.
Right.
That'll be September the 8th at 9 p.m. on TV One. So you have to check your listings for wherever you're living.
Okay.
So I don't think I can talk about that one too much, but I've played a detective on some of the stories.
You get to shoot a gun and stuff?
I got to hold the gun.
Oh, okay.
Point the gun.
Have you worked with any stars on any of your acting projects?
Oh,
Now,
yes.
tell me, what was it on?
With the film and all, I've worked with Idris Elba.
Oh my God, that's it. You don't even. That's it. You don't
I've
even
been
need
on
to talk
the
about
set
anybody
with
else.
him. I won't say that I've directly
Okay.
had dialogue with these actors, but I've been on the set in some of the same clips with them. But Idris Elba.
You're breathing his air.
Yes.
That's
and
enough.
Mahershala Ali, Cicely Tyson.
Oh my God.
I was on the set with her, Kevin Spacey, Robin Wright. I met a lot of.
House of Cards. You did. Was that?
Yeah,
House of Cards.
HOC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've done some things and met those people. Had on Nicolas Cage. Bruce Willis. I've been right in his company, you know, and like I said, I haven't had direct dialogue with them. You know, the one star recently, who's an actress and a singer, Miss Mickey Howard. Now, I did have a cameo scene with her, where it was her cameo, and it's a film that, a TV series that I'm in right now that I'm taping, His Fire, My Faith, like Kazar filmmaker.
Yeah, but just being in the same movie they were with.
Yeah. Now with her, I
That
did
was
have
good.
dialogue,
Yeah.
and she don't know. I think she don't know to this day how excited I was. My
was.
palms were sweating
Oh, my
because she
God.
sings and she acts just like
Okay.
I do, and
All
I've
right.
always loved her. You know,
Okay.
so yeah,
All
that
right.
was cool.
Well, we are going to take a break, and we're going to look at some of these clips, these acting clips, and see her other talent. And we'll come right back in a minute.
The first single together from Camille Rogers James. Hey, Camille.
Hi, Chloe. How are you?
You got it going on. It is so hot. Your new single ranks number 10 on the Urban AC chart.
How far will you go to fulfill your dreams?
I'm gonna get this record deal if it's the last thing I do.
There's this singer I want you to see, Camille James. She is fantastic, and she has great potential.
Would you turn your back on friends and family?
Now look, are you gonna give me the money or what? No. No? What? I think I have to say yes first.
What will you sacrifice?
I don't know what's wrong with him. He's been like that since your dad passed, and that's all I know.
Well, what do you want me to do, Auntie? He doesn't really talk to me, and I don't know how to reach a teenage boy.
I can't do this by myself.
A film that explores the meaning of conditional family love.
When was the last time you spent some quality time with him and made a difference?
Really, Auntie? I don't need all this right now.
You don't need this right now? You should have thought about this 16 or 17 years ago.
And to become successful at any cost.
For the love of God, girl, you need to go to the police station.
What?
There's been a murder, and your son is in terrible trouble.
I'm sorry that it's gone on so long. It never was my intention for it to go this far. But Camille kept pushing the issue.
Camille's career is much more important than her son, but it's just not right. It is just wrong.
Baby, you working too hard. Why don't you take a break?
Baby, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm trying to finish this.
Can we talk about getting married?
A Cookie Carson film.
Okay, Miss Loretta, now tell us who gives you your inspiration for your singing and your acting?
Well, many people, many artists. If I had to say what's my inspiration for what I'm doing, I would say just life in general, just the joy of doing what I do. That gives me inspiration, and it inspires me to do better and do more. Just seeing people happy. However, if I had to narrow it down to artists, with the singing, I mean, old school, I'd say, because I grew up, even though I was very young, listening to the old stuff, and I still like it to this day. Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, Phyllis Hyman, Mickey Howard, well, Diana Ross, Natalie Cole, a little bit of everybody. Yeah, Aretha Franklin, if I haven't said her, and Tina Turner.
Yes,
you know, all the greats to me.
Greats. What about acting?
With acting, Viola Davis. Everybody from Queen Sugar. Oprah, actually, she's an excellent actress. Yes. A little bit. I love Diane Keaton. I love so many artists. Yes.
Well, that's good because that makes you well-rounded.
Oh yes.
Now, do you have any projects that we ought to be looking out for?
Yes, some things coming up on the Reels channel. I think it's Copycat Killers.
Music?
Music. Oh yes, I'm working on some music and all new music for me.
Here.
Oh yeah.
Once you do all this stuff, because we're going to have to bring you back and get back in your business and stuff.
Yes.
So where does Loretta Burnette see herself in the future? Go on and claim it. Put it out there. Where are you going? What you going to do?
Well, I've been so many places, but I would love to go over to Europe and sing and perform as well, and Bali, Dubai, you know, anywhere. I've been so many places in the States. I have sang in Jamaica and a Carnival cruise before. Yes.
No problem.
And I thought Vegas would be the top for me. It was at the time, and I love it, and I still enjoy going back to sing at Vegas. I never thought thought that I would, but now the sky is the limit for me. I see myself wherever someone will have me or book me, I will be there. And I was saying, so that's what I see for the future. Continued singing all over the place, and singing with some name artists, Yolanda Adams, you name it. I love them all. Tamala Mann, I want to claim it all.
Yes, and you are going.
Yes.
And I ain't going to sneak in your suitcase, and I'm going too, especially to Bali.
Come on, you won't have to sneak.
And Vegas. I've never been to Vegas, so I want to go too.
Love it.
I can be your stylist. I can do something.
Anything, yes, I love it.
We loved having you, Loretta, and we're going to bring you back here. And audience, thank you for joining us and just having fun with Miss Loretta. So if you want to find out anything about her tours or any of her projects, you can check out my Facebook page, her Facebook page, and websites and everything. And thank you for joining us. And as always, have a good evening, love, peace, and smooches.
Thanks so much for having me. Yes.
That was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It's only your
Where's my phone? Shit, that could be my baby calling. Hello?
Hey, baby. I just had a dream about you. Been thinking about me. I've been thinking about you all day.
dreams come true. This is my love story. Let me see how it ends. We started out being nothing more than friends. Yeah, I tell you now, I can't walk around frowning no more. 'Cause you came in my life and you brought me so much joy. Certainly feeling me. You make me smile and I walk around happily. Yeah, I can't decide if I'm sleeping or am I dreaming. Oh boy, all I know is now I feel like screaming, screaming with joy, baby. I feel like I didn't know I could feel this way. The door and off to the city again. I won't deny, I cannot wait to get there, my boo, to see your smiling face and fall in your open arms, baby. This is my love story and I never want it to end. No, now I walk around and all I can do is grin. This desire, I'm on fire. Baby, lay me down, I'm so anxious to go high. but experience was telling me no, my boo. Baby, take it slow and see how far we can go, baby. And I feel like darling, I feel like I can do it, can do anything. Darling, I feel like darling, I feel like to make my dreams come true.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize,
unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
Suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
listen.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of In the City with Crystal. We want to thank our special guest, Miss Loretta Burnette. And as always, you have a lovely evening